Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
Autumn.
And Sing.
And today we are reviewing a brand new Monster High character. This is Silvi Timberwolf from the upcoming Electrified movie.
She's a hair-raising ghoul.
Oh, yes she is. So to our knowledge, this is the only new character from Electrified. And she comes in a budget box. There are no accessories. It's just the doll itself.
With every new line, they change up the background of the box a little bit. This time around, they did a kind of like a retro, like neon screensaver kind of look.
90s screensaver, early 2000s.
Yeah. But I like it. I like how like just like dark and vibrant it looks, you know.
Mm-hmm. It definitely feels like she's in the middle of like a dark party with some neon lights in the background, so...
Yeah, and the box is an interesting shape, too. Yeah, there's like little lightning bolts, you know, jagged edges down the side. Seems like they are doing that more and more, even though in some ways the packaging is simplifying, but they're making it kind of more themed, you know, to the line. So as you can see, the art on the back of the box, her hair looks much bigger than it is, but...
She looks a lot sassier on her artwork, but in person she looks very sweet.
I also like that they're reusing the Frankie her vanity. Is that what vanity is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Frankie's. I wonder why.
Well, it seems like this is a Frankie movie in general, and it shows you the other dolls in the line, Venus McFlytrap, Draculaura, and Ari Huntington.
I guess Venus is either like a store exclusive or something, because she's not part of like the Amazon batch. So the budget ones, which is Sylvie, Draculaura, and Ari, were available on Amazon. I'm sure they're the budget ones. And then Claudine and Twyla are the deluxe dolls with extra hair pieces and hair extensions.
And then Venus is the store exclusive budget.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Frankie is like one of those...
Well, like the gimmick, one of the gimmick.
Yeah, one of like, look at me, I do something special.
Action figure Frankie.
Yes. Yeah, and so the little blurb about the movie, it talks about Claudine dreams of opening a salon, and Frankie gets a charge out of fixing up the old power station. So many things about this feel redundant of Freaky Fusion and like, you know, the charging station, you know, from that and all that. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they differentiate that. But
and Monica is back. But then Monica plots to ruin their plans.
Wow, this sounds exactly like the first movie. Oh, let's make a building. Oh, I'll help. But wait, villain.
Monica.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so Twyla lends a shadowy hand to stop Monica.
Which I'm excited about.
That's interesting. Yeah, I forgot, Twyla's in this line, too.
I love my Twyla. It'll be the first new Twyla.
Now the ghouls have to save the normie town and open their salon. So this is really interesting. It feels like in this timeline, in the reboot timeline, there's much more reference to the normie world.
Yeah.
Even more reason it makes me wonder if they're eventually going to have a normie, like, doll or something. But,
which I would be so down for.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people, I saw a lot of comments saying, like, you know, they're supposed to be monsters, and that's why they're not humans. It's like, yeah, I understand that, but it would still be cool to kind of have that contrast of, like, one, you know, human doll or human character within the monster world, or maybe wearing monster-themed accessories.
I mean, there was a normie character in the old webisode series, but she never got a doll.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open the school up and give you guys a closer look.
Okay, so here's Silvi Timberwolf unboxed. First impressions is that she's precious.
Yeah, we're talking about it when we're unboxing her.
Yeah, her crimped hair is pretty crimpy, but maybe not quite as dry and crazy feeling as you might expect. I mean, still pretty dry, but she has this light blue cotton candy crimped hair with bangs pulled off to the side, and I like how they left a lot of those bangs still hanging. Gives her quite a funky look. And within the bangs are some neon limeish yellow highlights. She has really big neon pink earrings.
Yeah, they aren't really in any kind of particular shape. They're kind of just like
they look kind
bright
of
pink, like hooks.
They look kind of bony, but I can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a concrete theme there.
On the her left side of her head, she has some pink highlights with yellow as well. They unfortunately don't make much of an impression from the front, but it is still a really nice splash of color added to the whole thing.
I love that pink and yellow streak. It's really gorgeous, but yeah, you can't really see it from the front, but it looks amazing from the side, you know. And as you can see, there's some pink back of her hair as well in the ponytail.
I'm surprised by how well this hair held up from being in packaging.
Yeah.
Like, there's not too many bends in it that shouldn't be there type thing.
I wouldn't brush it.
Well, okay, just from my basic experience playing with it a few minutes ago, is that if you want to brush it to just get her flyaways under control, just do it very lightly. I wouldn't do like a full depth comb through. I would lightly comb like on the very top of it with the very tips of the bristles, not all the way through, or else you're just gonna make her crimpage sort of deflate. I would not brush her little tied off bang bit right here because there's a lot of product in that. Unless
you are daring and want to try to recrimp her hair yourself, that's another way of doing it too. I don't know if Denise ever did a crimping video. I think she might have, but she showed us when we were there. But yeah, you can totally crimp it yourself, and it's probably an easy way of doing it too. If you just want to restyle her hair, just make it more perfect.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, like Autumn said, it looks nice in box too. So.
Yeah, and she also has little ears, and as you can see, her skin tone is a very pale gray, and her ears look a little bit more pointed than Claudine's. You know, they kind of curve upward a little bit, and there's a little bit of added texture on the ears as well. There's a few indentations on her ears, you know, kind of give an impression of fur. She is wearing, you know, as dramatic as Monster High makeup gets nowadays, she's wearing a thin sliver of pink eyeshadow, or more like pink eyeliner, beneath the larger portion of light blue eyeshadow going around her eyes.
Her eyes also have pink and blue in them, so it gives like a very psychedelic feel, like you're just going in circles with the color. Yes,
and she has her very cute little wolfy nose, and holy cow does she have big lips. Big ol' lips. And she's wearing a peach pink lipstick. Face is adorable. I mean, in my opinion, the face and hair and head of this doll is like why you buy it. It's her selling point for sure.
And her hair is also tied up by this black studded hair tie, and it has like little leaves coming off the studs, so a kind of Amazonian feel to it. So
something that I noticed with like recent Monster High dolls, and, like not all of them, but like for example, like Dana, like what I noticed with like Dana and certain other characters, that Monster High like been mixing glitter into some of their faces and body molds. She has like a little light glitter going on in her skin tone as well.
Yeah, it does kind of give off a shine if you look really close, but I wouldn't say it's like a super noticeable detail. So starting with her outfit, she has a large feathered collar that lays over her party dress. It's in a bright pink, neon pink, big piece of plastic. It's definitely very eye-catching, especially since it kind of is backdropped by her pastel blue hair. So at the very top of her dress, she has a high-collared piece of teal, kind of, what would you call that, faux leather fabric that has little triangles cut out of it to give it some interesting texture. Underneath that is the rest of her basic normal dress, which is a black background with a bunch of neon wolves, which at first I didn't even notice they were wolves. I just thought it was like psychedelic colors, but Sang pointed it out, and it's like The wolves are in teal, pink, and yellow, and then they're all highlighted or outlined with different neon colors. So I think that's actually really pretty. That's like a big selling point for me. Like at first I wasn't super into the dress because I just don't really like really loud clothing, but I definitely like the motif to it. And then the bottom of the dress has this asymmetrical ruffled trim to it and the neon yellow again. This whole line is so 80s.
Very 80s, early 90s, yeah, throwback. And also, like Claudine, or like Reboot Claudine, Silvi has textured wrists that have the little fur cuffs.
Which kind of doesn't bother me so much on this non-human skinned color one.
Moving on to her shoes. She has kind of a pale yellow. It's a shade of yellow I'm not a huge fan of. It's almost kind of like a pale pea soup, yellowish green. Shoes with an electric...
You know what color it is? It's Mountain Dew.
It is. It is very Mountain Dew. Yeah, like radioactive greenish yellow.
See-through like Mountain Dew.
Yes, yeah, it's a little bit translucent. There's an electric bolt pattern that wraps around her ankles, and they're basically high top wedges with, you know, little curled portion right here.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be a moon or a hook.
It looks like fangs.
I don't really know.
You mean claws.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Because fangs don't.
Yeah, the shoes are kind of all over the place. You know, she also has a little bit of texture on her ankles for her fur. So yeah, so it's same body mold.
It's
as
on her
Claudine.
shin though.
Yeah.
These shoes actually have a lot of detail, which is kind of unfortunately lost in the sea of yellow, but...
That's like hashtag every doll shoe ever lately. They put all this effort and detail into these shoe molds, and then it's just all the same color, so you don't notice it at all. Okay, so these are our final thoughts on Silvi Timberwolf. You know, considering she's priced at $14.99, you know, she doesn't come with anything, it's just the doll itself, but I would say for what is, you know, generally speaking, a budget price doll, she's a good deal, and she is a cute new character. I absolutely love her face. I think she has a precious, you know, face mold, and particularly I really like the color scheme of her hair. I love the robin's egg blue and the pink. Her outfit is a little bit all over the place for me. It's kind of tacky and clashy for my taste, but I do really like the fact that it has, you know, the wolves on it and kind of little hidden details you don't notice until you look closer. You know, some people might feel like she's slightly redundant of Claudine, and you know, we have a lot of werewolf characters technically.
Not anymore.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is the fact that they're introducing a new werewolf character when it's already, you know, the existence of all these other wolf characters is kind of up in the air. That's still a little bit unsettling, so I don't know if it was a great choice to make the redundant character a werewolf. But, you know, that aside, I think if you're a Monster High fan, I think you will enjoy her. You know, she's reasonably priced, she's very cute. And I would say if you're only going to buy one Electrified doll overall, this is probably the one I would recommend you go for.
I mean, we still haven't seen the other girls yet, but I would love to see Twyla and Claudine in person, because I think since they are a little bit more expensive, they come with more stuff, I think they'll be pretty nice to have too. But in terms of this new character, I think Silvi is very cute, and I know, I think new characters are cool. I mean, that's really sometimes a selling point of some of these new stories and movies. Silvi sold out really quickly too, so it really shows that, you know, fans like new characters. In terms of her color schemes, you know, I'm curious if she's going to be a recurring character, because it looks like her whole outfit is very thematic towards 80s, and I wonder what her, you know, standard look will be. Just because her color schemes have been used before, and it's very ghoulia, like that gray skin tone and that light blue hair. I think she looks very like a Ghoul's Getaway, like that big like plastic feathered collar piece in those neon colors. I personally like the 80s look. I like the neon colors. Just the fact that she is very like pastel, and then her clothes are so loud, I think that kind of works. I think she's a very good new character. I'm curious what she's going to be like and what her storyline is.
I definitely appreciate that the new character for this line is so affordable, especially since she's so thematic, which isn't usually my thing, but I mean, at that price, like, I could consider it. I'd say she's worth a buy.
So, thank you for joining us for our review of Silvi Timberwolf. Be sure to let us know in the comments what you think of her, and let us know what you'd like us to see us review next, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye!